So the vision of Grandpa with a chainsaw in hand it's pretty strong. When I tell people that my grandfather passed away, they of course give their condolences, and of course most of them don't know him, and so like I give them a digest by the numbers. He was 92 years old, and the last maybe 12 of those, he lived with Alzheimer's, and later on, 2 strokes. And he lived here on this 25 acres. Of lush Berkshire estate for 50 years. And this is where he raised his family. Or you could say maybe 2 families, or you could say 7 families. This is our heritage. In his family, he has 5 children, 11 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren, and perhaps the most important thing is that he had the time to appreciate them all. I've always thought of him, or known him, Gordon, as Grandpa, or more precisely, Grandpa N. Because growing up, we were lucky enough to have 4 grandparents. When I was preparing this, I felt a little jealousy for those of you who knew him more as a peer, and it crossed my mind that maybe at some point in my 20s and in his 80s, we sort of crossed mental paths unbeknownst. Maybe just at Easter, when we were having a good back and forth of jokes. What do you call a midget clairvoyant?
Oh God.
Escaped from prison. A small medium at large.
Oh my God.
I feel the joke really sums up to a lot for me with them. Because it's complicated enough, it makes you think, and it's not always appropriate. In 2006, when Grandma brought Mary, her sister, to live here, Grandpa spent about half of their conversations convincing her to stay as long as she wanted after she'd moved in. and she responded in kind. Once, when she left, in her words, to climb Sunshine Mountain, Grandpa turned to me and said, "Mary seems quite out of it." To which I responded carefully, "Well, she has a fairly advanced dementia or Alzheimer's. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Again, carefully. I think you are. It's just that you have Alzheimer's yourself. Ah, yes. I seem to recall something along those lines. But he remembered the important things. At the end of that summer, Maria was convinced that she would pass through his thoughts unnoticed. Maria was convinced that she would pass through his thoughts unnoticed, unremembered. And as she packed her bags and was preparing to go back to architecture school, he got a, I don't know how to describe it. He asked, "Who's going to cook for me now?" As a child, I remember at least 3 times every year we jump in the way back of the car, take the 3-hour ride out here, full of expectations of adventure, brush cutting, bonfires, usually with the kerosene touch. And of course we had Grandpa's rule of thumb, which from what I understand is, if you think you should be using that tool, you should. Maybe my favorite thing about here is that it's really in a different time for me. TV is the way it's supposed to be. On a tiny screen, the top floor, in an inaccessible room, unheated. You kind of had to go spelunking. And you had to wear one of those faux fur robe coats. And even then, both channels are usually fuzzy.
And the broken couches.
Yeah, you always got the couch. Really gonna miss it. Thank you.